Hi guys. Today we are going through the best of r/AskReddit. What does your family do that you didn't realize was bizarre until later on in life? So, my family are huge lovers of mango, and especially my dad. So when it's mango season he'd buy a lot of mango, and we'd all sit around and eat mango in our underwear, so we wouldn't ruin our clothes. I thought this was normal as a kid. I even enjoyed it a lot too, but it feels pretty fucking bizarre now. Although I think the worst part is that I'll probably do the same thing with my kids lol. My brother has a weird allergy to mango where he can eat it, but if the juice touches any of his skin, he'll break out into an awful rash wherever it touches. So many childhood memories of standing in the backyard eating mangoes whilst my dad sprayed my brother with the hose. That would be the weirdest thing to see as a neighbor. The seemingly normal family next door standing around in their backyard eating mangoes, while the dad occasionally sprays the son with a hose, but no one addresses it. Right? The mental image is fantastic. But only one of the children. Neighbor, morning Steve. Steve, morning Nandeep. Nandeep, mango season again I see. Steve, while hosing mango eating son, yep. Like gems from the gods. Nandeep, mind if I come by later to snag some for myself? Steve, while jiggling hose, sure. My dad tried to kill the Easter bunny every year. He would literally run out into the yard with his gun and take a few shots. Then he would come back inside grumbling about how he would get him next year. We thought it was both terrifying and hilarious. I didn't realize how weird it was until I told people about that tradition later in life. Another dysfunctional Easter story. My parents would always get in a major fight every Easter before church and we would be waiting in the car and we could hear the yelling, but they were putting out eggs in baskets, so we'd think the Easter bunny came while we were gone. They'd come back and we'd drive to church. We are all traumatized thinking they were getting divorced. When I grew up I was like WTF mom. She laughed and said it was the only way they could keep the four of us in the car while they set up. My dad also take a cotton ball and pulled it apart and put it in the door to say the Easter bunny got his butt stuck on the way out. That tradition is cute and my husband and I will continue that. Not the our parents are getting divorced one. Hi guys. Daniel here. If you like this you may subscribe, like, and share it to your friends. Stay tuned for future daily videos. My wife's family used to pass around a Tupperware full of vitamins after dinner. Like just random pills, as if they were mints. Are we related? My mom would pass out papaya enzymes and vitamin C tablets after meals, like she assumed everyone naturally wanted them. Random vitamins or random pills in general? Vitamins. Like C and D super weird. Whack. You sure they were vitamins? Cocainum. Having no shame with being nude. At least in America that's weird. Granted my father was not wandering the house nude as he has all daughters, but my mother. Zero fucks to give. My sister, mom, and I just have no shame. I'm eating breakfast. Mom wanders into the kitchen naked to do her neti pot thing. I'm trying to take a bath. Here's mom or sissy trying to have a conversation. Walk into mom's bathroom. Literally every door leading there wide open. Mom taking a bath. Stop and have a chat. Same with my sister. I've had so many damn bathtub conversations with my sister and mom. Also my mom's total nonchalance about being naked around my best girlfriends. No they weren't uncomfortable she asked or warned them. She just wanders around naked sometimes. So now I'm just always naked in my own home. Blinds open or not I literally just don't even notice. Being nude is just my inherited natural state lol. My brother comes in to give me fruit snacks whilst in the shower. Step bruh, what are you doing here? Hey, that's not a banana. My cousin would eat Fruit Loops with water. You are a bad person just for being related. Pure savagery. Completely unredeemable. My dad would eat his Cheerios with Gatorade if we ran out of milk edit. This was after he moved out, so he was completely alone in his foolery here. When I was younger, my whole extended family, except the ones in Germany, would share a farm together and go there on the weekends. We would spend the whole day weeding, raking, other chores, and goofing off outside, and at night, we would eat only potatoes and gravy, and the men would drink beer. After that all of us kids would go into the living room and watch VHS tapes of adult movies that were probably too inappropriate for us to be watching at that age. We would do this until 11 o'clock while the adults talked and played games, and then we would all go home, as my grandmother and grandfather were the only people who lived there permanently. That farm has been in the family for a long time. I think that sounds awesome. Watching porn with your brothers, sisters, and cousins is an underrated family tradition. My mom and I are terrible people, so we would make up tragic stories about the people around us at restaurants. I went on a date with a guy once, and the food was taking forever, so I figured, let's play the stories game. Not only was he mortified, but he said, what would your mom think if she heard you talking about people like this? And I said she'd probably agree that the dad is cheating on the woman. He looks like a cheater. We'd get along, you and I. Hahaha, I do this with a friend of mine, and sometimes we forget others may find it weird. We went to eat out, and my mom joined us. So me and my friend made up this whole story about the guy taking our order being depressed because he had bowel cancer. My mom didn't know what to say. She just sat there, shocked. How did the rest of the date go, Joe? Haha. It wasn't great. Ended with a we should hang out again from both of us. That turned into neither of us texting the other again. Not going to lie, if you're that stuck up that you won't judge people with me, we can't date. I do this too. I agree, it's one of the best ways to get to know your date. If they can't hang and make up hilariously tragic stories about the other people in the restaurant, they aren't for me. At Christmas, we all give each other a set of underwear, which once you receive you have to say, "Ooh, thank you," really loudly, stand up, then put the underwear on your head to show everyone. I had to have a serious conversation with my wife after her first Christmas with us. Edit. Forgot to add that the underwear must remain on your head, like a fancy crown, until all presents had been given out, and all members of the family were wearing said crown. Your dad was the dad of all dads. My family may be surprised at the new tradition they'll be starting this year. I really want to start a new tradition now. This one's my favorite. My parents call doing a load of laundry a zenon. Example, my mom will ask my dad to do half a zenon if she means just put the stuff in the washer in the dryer and don't start a new load. Or a full zenon is moving everything over, folding stuff in the dryer, and starting a new load. They got tired of saying all that, and it's always been a zenon. Growing up, when my family made tacos, they always put that orange wishbone French dressing on them. I didn't realize this wasn't a thing until I went to a friend's house for Taco Tuesday with her family and I asked for French dressing. They looked at me like I was crazy, lol. Mom always just used hamburger with garlic, salt and pepper, and tomatoes and lettuce and American cheese. We put ketchup on them. Dad didn't like spicy food, so we essentially made cheeseburgers with tortilla shells. I still request this. My wife thinks I'm insane, but she puts mayo on hers.